Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, this look was inspired by the Ariana Grande 34 plus 35 music video. When I first saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to try it. I definitely want to film this look. So if you guys want to learn how to get this Ariana Grande inspired look, then make sure you keep watching. Alrighty, you guys, jumping into this look, we're going in with our NYX Ultimate palette. This is in the shade Warm Neutrals. Starting off with that second brown shade, you're going to be putting that in your crease. So make sure that you're using a fluffy brush for this and then feather it out towards the outer corner. This is going to create a cat eye effect. So in her picture, it looked like she had a very pulled back look. So that's what we're trying to recreate. So I want to know if you guys had a favorite song in her whole album. I think mine's definitely has to be West Side. That was like my vibe when I was listening to her whole album. But yeah, if you guys have a favorite one, comment down below. I want to know which one it is. Next, I'm going in with that darker brown shade and then a small definer brush. So when you're placing this, make sure it's going right underneath that first color that we put down, since that was our transition shade. And then you really want to work on getting that cat eye as well. So just make sure you're taking the time to feather it out on the outer corners. Just to make sure everything blends together, I'm going to go back in with that first fluffy brush that I used and just diffuse both of the colors together. Moving on, I'm going in with my Super Pomade by Kat Von D in the color Whiteout. I'm using a flat angled brush for this, and we're basically going to do a cat eyeliner with this. Throughout the entire line, I'm going to try and make sure it's pretty much even and the same thickness all throughout. So when you're doing this, just take your time. This is something that's going to be very tedious. So just make sure every time you're going to be making very small strokes and just keep checking your work. I was trying to think of a way to explain how to do this eyeliner the easiest way possible, and honestly my biggest thing I took from doing this whole look, even myself, is just taking your time and just going back and forth and checking what you're doing and make sure that you're liking how it's looking. And then here I'm just using a concealer brush just to kind of clean up my lines a little bit. You can do that too, and I just want to remind you guys, it's makeup, it's easy to fix, and you can always take it off and restart. So like I said, this is definitely a very tedious look, so just take your time doing it. To clean this up, you're going to go in with a makeup wipe, and you're pretty much just going to follow the white eyeliner and just make sure the edges look really sharp and together. After this, I went back in with my fluffy brush again just to touch up a few areas where I felt like it needed it. Alright guys, this is going to be the trickiest part out of the whole look. So when you're doing this part, you pretty much want to think of like a V. So I feel like the easiest way I could explain this is just try and make sure you're keeping the thickness the same and just follow the shape of your crease pretty much. This is going to be pretty easy to clean up as well, so if you mess up, don't freak out. I'm definitely going to show you guys how to fix that too. So for this cut crease, I'm going to be dragging it in about mid-eye. So I use my brow arch just to kind of show where I stopped at. But if you guys feel like you need to drag it in a little bit more because it fits your eye shape better, then you can go ahead and do that. I was just going off of the picture. So as you could tell, it was a little bit hard for me to get in there with this eyeliner since I do have eyelash extensions on, but I decided to just go ahead and do whatever I needed to, and then I would go back in and clean them off afterwards. Now I'm going in with a small detailed brush, and we're going to be wiping it on a makeup brush, and then we're just going to go in and clean up any messed up lines. And this is where a lot of the look is going to come together, so you want to be careful doing this because you don't want to take off too much eyeshadow, and just basically clean off wherever you need it. Next, I'm going back in with that darker shadow that we used, and you're going to be using a small definer brush for this. Place this right underneath your white liner. This is going to add a lot more definement, and it's going to make the white liner pop a lot more. Now I'm going in with my ColourPop liquid liner in black. We're going to be placing this right underneath the white liner, and we're just going to be creating the same wing, just a lot thinner and smaller than the white liner. So normally I don't do graphic liner, but this was honestly really fun to do. Like I said, it is very time consuming, but I feel like overall this whole eye look was my favorite, and once I posted it on my story on Instagram, I got a lot of comments back from you guys. So it was really nice to just be able to switch that up and just try something new.
Benz, boy.
So I went ahead and already did my foundation and concealer. Now I'm going into contour with my Tanned and Gorgeous bronzer by Kylie. And we're just going to be placing this on our cheekbones. And can we just talk about this liner from far though? Like, I feel like it's just so eye-catching, and I feel like if you guys try this, you are literally going to get so many compliments on it, and it looks like you spent hours on it.
Benz, make them Benz, boy.
For blush, I'm going in with this Rosy blush by Kylie. We're just going to be placing this on the apples of our cheek. The way that I place it is I'll stamp it on first, and then you go back in and blend it all together. So what this does is it'll mesh it together with the contour that we did underneath it. Here I'm going in with the Essence lip liner in the shade Casanova. I actually really like this for this look. I feel like it matched my blush really well and pulled the eye look together with it. And in the picture that I was going off of, she used very rosy pink undertones, so I feel like this was the closest to that. For lipstick, I ended up using the Kinda Sexy by MAC. Alrighty, you guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this just as much as I did. I love the way the eyeliner came out. I feel like it looks really cool. It's different. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, just let me know if you want to see me do any other inspo looks. As always, thank you for watching, and make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.